Hello guys, this is Steven with Lightning Power Sports, and I'm going to show you how to change a battery out of a Seadoo jet ski. This is pretty much standard across all models, especially newer models, GTX, RXT, RXP, IS, it's all pretty much the standard stuff. I do have a empty battery cage right here, and this is what it looks like. Basically this is that. Basically what holds it in are two 13mm bolts, one on that side, the other one on this side. That's all that's holding the whole battery in. Of course, you got other things that also hold it in, like the fuse box cover and all that. So to get to that, you just take this data cable and there's a little tab right there at the top. Just release that. And what I usually do is I kind of take my screwdriver right about there and I kind of pry on it. Don't worry, you're not going to break it. Don't worry if it looks like I'm being rough with it. I'm actually not going to damage anything. It's just the best way I found to do it, and I've done hundreds, maybe thousands of batteries. But of course, you pop that off, and that's all loose. That's good. And of course, you got your battery cables here. So what you do is just undo those. Set the screws aside. The negative side's already been done, so you just undo that one too. And what I like to use is a pretty big extension of a 13mm shallow socket on it. So this little gun makes life a lot easier. I don't know if you guys can see. Right down there is that 13mm bolt. You put the drill on it. Like so, and let free spool. Same thing over here, it's kind of hard to see. But it's there, you have one on the side. Basically, each side of the battery cage, 13mm bolt. Find it. Just like that. Sometimes the extension falls off, no big deal. Just pull that back out. And now the battery's actually free to move around. You have the little tube right here off to the side for venting gases. That just like that. This pulls straight on out. Be careful where you set it. So the 13mm bolt fell out of that one, but there's one on that side and one on that side. And it could just fill right there. But that's how you do it, folks. Set that to the side. That's all it is just that battery cage. And there's two screws on each side. And of course, if you want to take the battery out, you have two tabs at the top. I have a helicopter flying up above. But these two tabs right here, lift up on that one, lift up on that side. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but it will separate just like that. And you got these little seats where that little footing slide into, and that's it. That's how you change a battery in a Seadoo. Sometimes you need a spacer, but that's it, guys. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. Now put the battery back in, just put it back in there, just find a little groove. I kind of like to rotate it back and forth till it falls in there. And you just run the drill in. And do the same thing on the other side. Just like that. And then you want to get the fuse box cage seated. There's actually two little tabs on it right there. There's a tab there and there's a tab on the other side. It goes underneath this cage, like so. You gotta make sure both sides are in there, just like that. And just push that in and it clicks in. And from the terminals, you just put your screw in. Oops, I just dropped the washer. But make sure you get that washer. Just like that. Usually I use this screwdriver to run it in. And once I get slightly snug, I go in there with like a wrench or something just to give it that extra oomph. Kind of hard to do with one hand, but just like that. Make sure your battery cables are nice and tight. And usually I just plug the data cable back in. I'll leave the negative cable unconnected. I don't know where the data cable is, but yeah, you just plug the data cable back in there. Yeah, I'll do that in a minute. But that's how you do it, guys. That's how you change the battery in a Seadoo.